welcome to a very special episode of the Captain's Log, featuring the wonderful Bosko Green. He's going to kick us off now with his latest release, Witches. Now Hamish, look after this for me, alright?
Sinking so deep that you didn't notice the sun going down. Maybe we could have been good friends. Maybe no one's innocent. Oh, maybe witches burning. It smells like progress. Turn it down, that noise is deafening. I just need a break from everything. Said it once, said it 1,000 times. Won't you wait to tie me to the lines? Time, 'cause I'm running late and I hate to apologize. Once is never enough to be safe. 2 times can be counterfeit. Oh, that is my excuse, but I won't deviate. Turn it down, that noise is deafening. I just need a break from everything. I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Won't you wait to tie me to the lines? I broke my mind, kept on writing words that do not rhyme. On bits of paper lost, but still alight. Lost, but still alight. Yeah, lost, but still alight. Lost, but still alight. Lost, but still alight. Lost, but still alive. Turn it down, that noise is deafening. I just need a break from everything. I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Won't you wait to tie me to the lines?
So hi Bosko, and thanks for joining me on what I do believe to be the most uncomfortable sofas in the northeast.
Thanks for having me.
let's get right into it. So your passion for music began at a very early age with your parents' love for rock and folk, and also sister with her love for pop. Outside of those, what would you say your biggest influence/influences are?
I think everything is an influence. As an independent artist, unlike with a band that have come together through mutual interests in certain groups, I find I'm influenced by everything, whether it be music, movies, art, anything at all. And it's kind of, that all gets soaked up like as different colours of paint in the brain sponge, and then through the creative process, it's like wringing that sponge out and getting a completely new colour that's comprised of all of those elements.
That's a really interesting answer. I always like hearing what people say about that kind of thing. What would you say has been the best or the worst experience you ever had music-wise, playing live, to be more specific?
To me, playing live is the greatest experience. I absolutely adore being on a stage. It's where I feel most comfortable, is performing my songs for people, or just performing in general. But more specific than that, I think it's when, you know, people come up to me after a gig and say that a certain song or even certain line from a song really impacted on them, as a listener and as an audience member. It's when you get that true connection. I feel honoured. I really do feel honoured to have those moments.
Now that must be really, really amazing to have people come up to you and say that.
Yeah, it's nothing better.
I suppose it's a bit like having a superpower. Well, that sort of brings me on to my next question. It's the favourite question I always like to ask. If you had any superpower, what would it be and why would you choose that particular one?
Multiple man's powers from the X-Men series.
Ooh, good one.
Other comic books are available. And he can replicate himself. I write songs that are for multiple instruments, often full bands, and I play all the instruments myself for the recording in the studio. I would love to be able to do that live and just be able to sort of jam out those songs, and I do work with other musicians, but being able to have sort of 8 of me playing different instruments all working towards the same goal be quite...
That sounds pretty incredible. I'd definitely pay to see that. So before we sat on this lovely couch, you played the song Witches for us, which is your newest song that you've just released. Can you give us a bit more detail about that? Like, how did it come about? What's the background of it?
I wrote it quite a few years ago, for a band that I was in a long time ago now, and as you could probably tell, it's quite an angry song, and it was inspired by what I call passive homophobia. And that's, you know, using the word gay as a substitute for a negative. So, you know, if your phone's playing up, somebody might say, my phone's being gay. And that's saying that your phone is being bad, but it's also saying that gay is bad. And as a gay man, it was very, very hurtful, even on a subconscious level, to have that. There was a time where you couldn't walk down the street without just hearing in passing somebody saying that, and so I dealt with that struggle. The only way I know how, I wrote an angry song about it, so that I could holler that, and I've been hollering it for many years now.
Well, I think a lot of really good songs come from people's personal experiences and I think it's quite strange because the original meaning of gay is to be happy and joyful.
Yeah.
So to have that as a negative, I think is quite strange.
Yeah.
I always think of gay as being a really positive thing, not negative. So I totally agree with you on that point.
The thing is, it's almost like a sort of a quite nasty updated version of people saying hellish. Because that actually means terrible, awful, but
Yeah.
people used to use it. I used to use it when I was a kid to mean great.
Yeah, I think I did as well. I didn't
Yeah.
obviously not quite know the meaning of it as a young teen.
Yeah.
But so Witches is going to be on your new EP, but it's been released soon, which is the Bosko Green Chronicles Volume 1, The Witching Hour. Great name, by the way.
Catchy.
So Volume 1 suggests there's going to be more than one EP. Is it a series? Is it like a chronological order? Is it concept album?
There's going to be a series of EPs under the Bosko Green Chronicles. Volume 1, as you've already mentioned, The Witching Hour. It's quite dark in nature, as the title would suggest. It's about it's got some dark themes on it, but also some songs that have been inspired by dreams. I think a few people might be surprised by what they hear on that EP. I hope it in a good way. I hope they're surprised in a good way. And then I'll be releasing the other EPs in time. Just starting working on the second of the EPs, Volume 2, A Different Question, which is a lot more light in nature.
That sounds great, and I really can't wait to hear what is coming next. Because obviously you've been working in the industry for quite a while now. Would you have any advice for any young person or any person in general that's just about to start to making music in the industry? What would you say to them?
Well, it depends. Depends what you want to achieve. If you want to achieve financial and commercial success, I wouldn't know where to start with advice on that. I've not achieved any of that myself. However, if you want to be an artist, if you want to really create true art, and I would probably just pass on the best bit of advice that I read a number of years ago, which is essentially, however anybody tells you your art should be, they are wrong. So essentially just always be true to yourself as an artist. Create what you want, because that's what art is.
That's a really great answer, and I think that would resonate with a lot of people. So we're now coming to the end of our talkie part of the show. Can people catch you live anywhere soon? Are you playing any public shows?
I've not got anything that I can confirm just yet in my diary. I've been working quite solidly in the studio, so haven't been booking gigs. I'll be making a brief appearance at this year's Richmond Live Festival in Richmond in North Yorkshire. I'll be playing all with my new covers band in various places. Dates and venues TBD. But yeah, if anybody watching this wants to hear a set, I'll be more than happy to speak to you. So just get in touch through the social medias. You're putting the links down in the description. Yeah.
Make sure you have a lot of coffee. Just while Bosko goes and gets ready, here's a public service announcement from our lovely friend Hamish.
Please hold, we're just tweaking the G-string.
Your eyes are sunken and your clothes are wearing thin. Have you even slept since we last spoke? Pour us both a whiskey and I'll make some cigarettes. question, but your reply remains. I won't be writing this forever. I have somewhere else to go. I tie my brace in stormy weather. Made my own angel in the snow. No surrender, no deep breaths, no paper bags, no lamenting what you could have had. No surrender, no deep breaths, no paper bags, no lamenting what you could have had. I asked a different question. I asked a different question. I asked a different question, but your reply remained. I won't be writing this forever. I have somewhere else to go. I tie my brace in stormy weather. Made my own angel in the snow. The clock is ticking and it's almost time to go. Was there something else you wanted to say?
Thanks for watching this super special episode of the Captain's Log with the ever wonderful Bosko Green. We'll put the links to his music in the description below, and I'll also let you know when his EP is coming out. What did you think, Hamish? Hamish, man! What have you done?